Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to the World Education Congress for inviting me to speak to you this afternoon. As indicated, I am the Vice Chancellor of the Catholic University of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has been in the news, I think, for all the wrong reasons, one of which was that we lost all our cricket games against India except one, the last one, in the last week. But that's not what made the news. What made the news was that we lost 4 of them. Zimbabwe is a country which is well known among Commonwealth countries because we share the Commonwealth tradition. But Zimbabwe has been going through some difficult times. Dr. Namwandi this morning mentioned that Zimbabwe has the highest literacy rate in Africa, over 92% actually. And he also mentioned that many Zimbabweans are not working in Zimbabwe. And all that is actually true. You may remember that between 2007 and 2008, Zimbabwe had the highest inflation rate of any country at peace in history. Our inflation rate was over 2 million%. After that, things stabilized a little bit when we had the government of national unity from 2009 to 2012. Then after that, things again became difficult. Right now, that inflation rate of over 2 million% has reversed to deflation of -2%. What that means is goods and services in Zimbabwe have gone through a lethargic period where spending is very small, investment is very small, and that means, therefore, unemployment is also very high. And right now, we have an unemployment rate of over 90%. That's why Dr. Namwandi was talking about many Zimbabweans working outside of the country. The one story that has not been told is the one I'm going to tell you this afternoon. What I've just summarized, you all know about. What you may not know about, perhaps, is that there is one sector which has appeared to be immune to all this, in a way. So the summary of my presentation will look at the democratization of higher education in Southern Africa in general, and in Zimbabwe in particular. We'll look at the gains that we have got from that and prospects for the future. Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. In Southern Africa, we actually believe in this. The Zimbabwean context of higher education is that despite the high unemployment rate and the bleak prospects for graduates, we are almost failing to get everybody who wants to come into university to come in because the demand is very high. In Southern Africa, university education is no longer the preserve of the elite as it used to be. For instance, in 2008, we had 66 public universities, 114 technical universities or colleges, and 170 private universities. 4 years later, in 2012, the public universities rose from 66 to 109, an increase of 65%, and technical universities or colleges rose from 114 to 526, an increase of 361%. And private universities, of which mine is one, rose from 170 to 456, an increase of 168%. This is across the Southern African region. The question that it begs to be asked is, why this spurt of growth in higher education?